I took the LX470 in to get the tires installed, and they told me that one of the wheel studs broke, which is not usual. And they showed me that, you know, the stud and the nut was not cross-threaded. Oops. And it's not, so I'm not really sure what happened, but I'm here switching it out, so we'll take care of that. So remove the wheel. Some sources say to turn the AHC off, so I did that first. The next step is to remove the bolts from the caliper bracket, to remove this as one piece. In theory it should work. Usually I just take off the caliper too, but according to the repair guide, it says you can just take it off, and it makes sense, but we'll see how that goes. All right, got this one going, little PB blaster. All right, let's get the bottom one next. All right, got the bottom one loosened. All right, I'm gonna remove both bolts and try to get this caliper and bracket off as one piece. Hang tight. All right, so I got the top and bottom bolt out. Let's see if I can gently remove this. Okay. All right, not too bad. And my hanger. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can. Just to hang like this. All right. Okay. Now let's see if this can just kind of come off, or if we need to adjust. Okay, that worked out nicely. So normally you can whack at it a few times if it doesn't come out, but and see if that helps. Sometimes you have to adjust these parking brake shoes. There's a little, let's see, of course I'm not gonna be able to get it on here. There's a little star wheel down here. And you can turn that so it pulls in the shoe, so you can pull out the rotor without issue. This is our wheel stud of interest, of course. And let's get a little, you know, I mean, it's not really necessary, but a little lubricant doesn't hurt. All right, so we're gonna whack at this. We're gonna hit it, let's see, with either a hammer. I've used a punch before. We'll see, make sure there's clearance on the back end, and then we'll pull in the new stud this way. Hang tight. All right, so now we're gonna hit the stud out. You can use a punch, but sometimes I think you could just go at it with a hammer. So if you're wearing headphones, I guess this is the warning that it might be loud. So let's give it a shot. It's going. I think because this surface here is not flat, it's kind of coming out at an angle, but it's almost there. Oops. All right, so you can see there it came out. Now let's get ready for the installation. Okay, now for the general setup. You can see this is the new wheel stud. Part number 90942020083. So you just want to put it behind. There's enough space. And for the next part, you can either use like a stack of washers. I just have this like large nut, which I've used in the past, that works too. And then the idea is you're going to get the wheel lug and put it on here and start to turn. And as you tighten, it's going to pull the wheel stud forward. And it's like a tension fit. I don't know if that's the right term, but pretty much. Now, obviously the brake system is not in effect here. And I'm working by myself. So what I've done in the past that helps is you can put the lug nuts here to protect the threads. And then you can see there's a long pry bar that's wedged. It's not wedged by force, it's just there to provide resistance. And so then as we turn to tighten this, the wheel hub's going to naturally want to turn. And so this will obviously stop it from moving. So let's just get this on here and get it snugged up and tight. Check the back. I know you can't see. Okay. This is a 22. So I'm gonna just nice and easy, slowly. And you can look in the back. You can see how much is left as you go. There's no rush. Okay. All right. You can see it's bottomed out. I gotta loosen this. All right, folks. So that's how you get your wheel stud back in, and then back to reassembly. All right, so rotor's going back on. Let's get a little brake clean on there. All right. I'll just put a nut on here to keep it in while I put on the rest of the brake caliper and the bracket so it doesn't move forward. All right, so that took a little doing. Didn't go in so smoothly. So I had to use a C-clamp, open the reservoir lid, open this, use a C-clamp and push so the piston went back in. Your mileage may vary. That might not happen to you, so it's up to you if you want to just take off these bracket bolts or just do it the regular way and remove the caliper too. So I got a little blue Loctite on here, which I like to do for brake and suspension components. Okay, hand tight, don't want to cross thread. And do the same for the bottom bolt. Be right back. All right, 76 foot-pounds. You can mark the the bolts with a torque paint if you want, just to visually see if they've loosened over time, but I'm not gonna do that today. Thanks. All right, so you can see the brake is back on. It's not loose or anything. The rotor is good. And then, yeah, this was the reason for the job. It's kind of strange. So yeah, putting the wheel back on, I think it's, the wheel lugs are 96 foot-pounds, and the rest should be pretty self-explanatory. I hope this helped someone today. All right, take care, guys. Bye.